All right. So thank you again for joining this webinar about AI in biostatistics. I will get the slides going and then the discussion can start. So today's topic is the future of biostatistics and statistical programming with AI in clinical trials. AI is a hot topic, not only in biostatistics and in statistical programming. Everywhere, everybody knows about it, everybody's talking about it. The aim of this webinar is to understand what AI tools currently exist in the biometric space and what are they getting used for, what these tools may look like in future, and then we will also talk about ideas that we can do today to make sure that we adopt the technology and make full use of it. Quick view on the agenda. We will do a quick speaker introduction, and then there will be a few topics that me and Bobby will discuss with specific references. There will be a question and answer session as well. If you look on your screen, you should see a box that says Q&A. You can type in your question in there. I will see that. I will wait for the end of the presentation and then we will see if we can work through some of the questions that we receive. So please, if you do have a question during the presentation, feel free to type it in. And as mentioned, at the end of the presentation, I'll go through the list and see if we can cover some of those as well. Introduction to the speakers. My name is Paul Malan. I am heading up the Biostatistics group at Bioforum since 2021. I'm a statistician by training. My background is statistics. I've been for the majority of my career at a large CRO where we were building up a statistical and statistical programming group in South Africa. And currently my role entails overlooking the department and be involved in the training and development of statisticians. With that, I want to introduce my co-speaker today. Bobby, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, Paul. And before I do want to give a big thank you to you and to your company, Bioforum The Data Masters. Incredibly honored to be here today with you. This is a topic that I think is on the top of everyone's mind, especially mine, as we look to what the future holds for us, not only as biostatisticians, but as workers. And what does this mean for future labor markets and our opportunity to grow and thrive in an AI-fueled world? So thank you, Paul, for having me. And thank you to our audience members. I know that there's a million different things you could be doing right now. So I hope that the hour you have chosen to spend with us is valuable, and we do provide good insight into the things that Paul has highlighted in the agenda. What tools are available? What impact does that have on us today? And what's possibly coming down the pipeline in the future? So very quickly, why should you listen to me on this topic? I am by no means an AI expert. I do want to highlight that. I have not built an AI model. I've used several of them. And I am familiar, obviously, with the techniques that are used to build a large language model, considering that it's statistics that fuels everything. But very quickly, Bobby Ratchford. I am the founder of Better Biostatistics. This is an education-first firm where we are very focused on educating not only biostatisticians and statistical programmers, but all life sciences community members in what statistics is. We're really trying to bridge that gap between real world science and the mathematical foundation that allows us to prove that new drugs are safe and effective. A little bit about me personally. I have 15 years of experience in the life sciences industry, and I have been on both sides of the coin, CRO and sponsor, most recently on the CRO side. I absolutely love clinical trial design and clinical trial reporting. And I've executed a good number of clinical trials as well. So thank you all for taking the time. I think we can get into it, Paul.
Right, let's get into the first question for today to get us started. So the question is, what is the state of AI within biostatistics and the statistical programming environment?
It's a good question. I think it's incredibly early days. And I don't think that's a ground shattering statement. But I think if you can think of it almost like a baseball game, I think this is spring training. I think where we are now is people are ChatGPT, I think really kind of woke a lot of people up to, okay, here's what you can do with a chat interface and get some type of thoughtful answer back. And I use the term thoughtful loosely there because there is one critical piece that we're going to keep coming back to during this conversation, and that is AI does not think. It is not thinking in the way that you and I as humans think. It is instead weighting probabilities of what that response should be based off of the data that it's been fed, that it's been trained on. So what we have today are these tools, these chat windows and these large language models that are able to take your input, and your input is very specific, and put out some highly probable response that resonates with the question based off of whatever data that model has been trained on. And so where we are today is we have these models getting better and better. And when we say better and better, really that just means they've been trained on more and more data. They've been used more and more. And so they improve over time. And so we're starting to get more cohesive answers, more complete answers from these tools. But there's nothing, and I've done a lot of research into this, there's nothing hyper specific yet for biostatisticians or for statistical programmers. I think we're at the general stage right now where you can generally use these tools like ChatGPT, like Claude, like Perplexity to ask any question you want. But the more specific your question becomes, the more niche your question becomes, especially in a field like biostatistics, where, for